And now I'm going to go live on my Artist Tarot page.
We're live. We're live. Let's see if I can actually. Oh.
All right.
Ooh,
And
yes.
I do believe we are live now.
Do you know how to pin this comment? I pinned it. So do you know how you can pin? Wait, I don't see you. Are you watching?
Yeah, I'm coming. I was getting the. There we go. This meeting. Yep, got it. Can you see me now?
No.
I'm looking at you. I can see you.
Okay, I see one person just popped on. It doesn't say who though.
Oh, you mean on Facebook? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No, I got you. I got you. I got you. There we go. Sure. Yep. All right. Sending a request to join.
Yes.
There might be a little bit of a looping feedback here of sound. We'll see how it works. We're doing this on. Oh.
Got you added.
I had one camera turned around opposite. All right. We're good to go now.
Yeah,
hello, everybody. This is Elaine Elizabeth, Heart Activation, AllenWayneJohnson, Artist Tarot. We're going to be opening it up for the 777 portal. It is now 7:01. We're doing 4-card pulls for $7. I'm not sure how she's going to lay her spread out, but I'm doing it with past, present, future guidance is what I'll be doing. If you guys want a reading, feel free to, send payment through, and the payments are in the description as well. PayPal or CashApp will work. And whoever receives the payment will be the one doing the reading.
So I'm having issues getting you connected here on Facebook.
It's connecting now.
It said it was adding you, but yeah, I'm not.
It's trying to connect.
I think I'm actually gonna have to. No, I don't know. My internet is really wonky sometimes.
Yeah, it's not letting me join you on there, is it?
So boy.
Odd. Let me back out and retry again. Check my notifications, see if it showed up in my notifications.
So lovely, 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 lovely.
All right, I sent a request to join.
All right, let's try this again. Adding.
Connecting.
Oh, snap.
We did it. There, I knew there was going to be a little bit of a feedback.
Yeah, I gotta turn this off.
Oh, it's on your end. Hello, everybody. Okay, now you disappeared on YouTube, on Zoom. What's that?
Yeah, because the feedback was really strong. So.
Okay. All right. What would help is suppose I'm not sure. You would have to keep the volume down, like really low on one of the devices. That's how I'm doing it without getting any feedback. As I just adjusted each. There we go. There you are. Yeah, I've got three different devices going at the same time, and I had to adjust each one to where there's not any feedback.
Okay. Okay. Are we good?
Yeah, just turn your camera on Zoom. That way everyone can see you. And let's go to another channel here. I want to make sure. Okay. All right, we should be good now. Trying to get to my own channel here on the main monitor. That's odd. Here we go. Take a minute. I'll probably go ahead and do a collective Oracle card to get kind of an energy update for today. Do you want to go ahead and pull one actually as well?
Okay, so cards that are essential oil cards have it gives trigger statement. So for the collective here, the collective trigger statement is I am being invaded. And instead of saying this, we can say I am pure. As you align with the frequency of peace, the invasions from outside yourself and so this is like is I mean basically everything that's going on on the exterior. We are being encouraged to go inward instead of like having to go externally. You know, it's we want to blame everybody else for other things instead of looking inside or going inward to find their own center. That's really kind of beautiful. Can I figure it out there?
Yeah. I'm wondering, I'm curious though, since you're muted on Zoom, I'm wondering if they can hear you on YouTube and on my main account. Checking the comments. So far, nobody's commented yet. We've got one person watching right now. So nobody's joined in just yet.
Or the other one we allow those dark places to be illuminated. You will see that those dark places hold wisdom, that they hold knowledge, that they hold the answer to the chaos that is happening. It is happening.
Let the group chat know that we're live.
You're done.
Okay, so far on YouTube, no viewers yet, and yeah, no one on my Artist Tarot Facebook page either, but I am live there. Most of my viewers start coming through the Artist Tarot Facebook page, actually. Yeah, they'll come in. It's 7 now, so people are going to start settling down. They're just sitting back, chilling now.
Let's see what chakras. I'm going to say the sacral chakra. Root chakra, sacral. Yep. So we have 10 creativity. So the orange represents the sacral chakra, which all has to do with. Actually, what the sacral chakra is sexual energy, creative energy, which without the actual attachments to the energy is the same. It's the same energy. So it's angry or frustrated or in the realms of wanting to be destructive in a way. It's like asking for alchemy, using that energy of
Greetings.
of destruction to create new things from a destructive force, to create life from a death. It's asking us to step into our sovereignty, which has so much to do with empowering ourselves, empowering us inward guidance, inward wisdom.
Let us know if you can hear Elaine. If you're watching on YouTube, I am extra. I see you commented. If you could, let me know if you can hear Elaine. Volume's really low on your end. Can you hear me fine?
Well, because I'm muted, I'm here.
Oh,
So in order for me,
okay.
right, like as a piece, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I can't have this.
Yeah. Well, we got a jumper actually. I got a collective card that just jumped. Actually, telepathy of Terra Matter.
Ooh, I like that card. It's so fun. What deck is that?
The White Light Oracle deck, Alana Fairchild. The artwork is done by A. Andrew Gonzalez. Yeah. Been a huge fan of his artwork for a very long time. As a matter of fact, I shared some of his art yesterday. I put together a post using his artwork.
What number is that card?
Well, it's an Oracle deck. It's 36 in this deck.
So 3 plus 6 is 9. That is the number of endings.
Okay. Telepathy of Terra Mater. The pathway for your spiritual fulfillment and the sacred manifestation of your purpose is not necessarily logical and will evolve organically. The skillful and unpredictable workings of the Earth Mother are supporting your soul journey unconditionally, following up on inspired ideas and allowing for unexpected shifts and direction are integral to the manifestation of your soul purpose. Kind of like this live we're doing right now. Commit to an idea that feels good to your heart. Even if it seems improbable or unattainable, it will manifest successfully. Earth Mother, or Terra Mater in Latin, is so much more than a physical being. She is also a goddess of great spiritual development, not to mention creative pizzazz. As a masterful practitioner of artful evolution, she creates butterflies from caterpillars, massive oak trees from marvelously odd little acorns, and a radiant soul from the flesh of a human infused with the eternal spirit. Her mind-bending skill and the miraculous magic of evolutionary manifestation can be relied upon to evoke far greater sublime beauty and rapturous delight than even the most inspired human imagination can conjure. As a sacred feminine being, she knows how to nurture the essence of all beings into fulfillment. She knows what your soul is divinely intended to become and what you need to meet your destiny. She has the resources and wisdom to support each soul in such a way that there is a benefit for all beings. This is the applied genius of ecosystem intelligence. It is the antithesis of the lone wolf mentality of the ego and the heartwarming, spiritually empowering reality that none of us are in this alone. We can learn to feel held in this unity consciousness, understanding that we have our own special role in the greater scheme of things. This will likely involve a process of healing past wounds of abandonment, neglect, and betrayal. Such healings allow us to gently cleanse the heart and settle into life with more trust and peace. We will understand that as we fulfill our own heart, we are contributing toward the fulfillment of all hearts. We will recognize at a deep, intuitive, cellular level that our soul fulfillment is never just about us as individuals. Whenever there is a genuine spiritual win, every being benefits. Egos may not like it. They may feel jealous or denied, and will likely whinge and whine, and perhaps try to undermine your spiritual progress by labeling your work as selfish or deluded or irrelevant. That is what the egos do. Best to note it, have compassion for it, then ignore it and get on with your sacred task. Keep it moving. The oracle of telepathy of Terra Mater comes to you with the wish and the guidance that Earth Mother knows your spiritual destiny and how to help you fulfill your life purpose. Because, of course, that is why you are here in the body. She is on the side of your soul, of all souls, actually, because whilst egos may be at war, the soul is always on the same side, that of love, evolution, and enlightenment. The way of Terra Mater are the ways of the divine feminine creatrix. She knows how to shape your life path to avoid pitfalls and provide you with all you need to know and experience so you are prepared for your next steps. She consistently nurtures the soul through the most improbable evolutionary leaps. One only has to contemplate the existence of a butterfly and how it becomes as such to know that logic and the predictable are not often her creative markers. She prefers the astonishing over the rational. What does this mean? Don't let your intellect stifle your imagination. Trust in the inspired idea, unconventional guidance, and heart-honoring intuitions that occur to you. Earth Mother will heal your soul and speak to your heart through the telepathic transmitter of your body. Take time to tune into your body and to hear into her guiding genius.
Like, she's always had amazing, like, the guidance is phenomenal. It's a little, it's hard to stay into it with it for long.
Yep, that's right. I am extra. I am says there's no individuality without others.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Are there any
Yeah. Yeah. It's a and a spirit on a spirit plane on that level. I mean, and unity consciousness, we all do stem from the same source. We are all of the same matter and essence, you know, even, well, actually on a spiritual plane, that's a different type of, that's a different dimension. Matter as we know it on this plane is different. If you're a Gnostic, as a matter of fact, matter was the result of a blind god, actually, Yaldabaoth. But it's like a testing ground. It's like that's what alchemy is all about. To me, in a way, it's dissolving and coagulating everything, taking a chunk of, you know, rocks and metals and stuff, melting it all down to get all the gold out, purifying it, and then extracting it. Okay. This plane to me is where you purify, you go through the alchemical process before you can ascend onto another plane. You know, what's allowed in the garden, you know, that's the way I kind of view things. That's my ideology.
Bring us to our heart space. So, super fascinating. So I'm curious too. Let's talk a little bit about. I would like to see how you do your own oracle cards. Like this question just came to me like while we were on here. So
Okay.
You know, like how do you perceive how this works, and why do you find this to be
Well, it's different for each reader, honestly, because it's funny you bring it up, because I actually was having a conversation with the last two people that I did readings for. One of them was Christopher, and unlike others who use tarot, like, okay, that's why I do appreciate the standard that we, you know, most people start out with, the Rider-Waite tarot, the 78 card decks, and how it's all mapped out with the symbology and everything. And the meanings of those, the general meanings, that's like that's a strong, solid foundation to go off of. Now, when I read, I'm not psychic. I can't read a person's thoughts per se, but I can pick up what's actually more true than what's in the ego mind. Is I tune into what they're feeling. Okay. As an empath, that's what I'm doing. So I'm tuning into their energy, and I'm calling on the divine to send through whatever messages this person needs to hear, what would be the best advice for this person to help them in the most beneficial way. What is the divine want for them? And as I'm looking at the read, I'm keeping in mind their energy or what they're feeling like. Okay. And I've noticed that on a collective level, as I'm sitting back, especially like in group settings, I will observe and just read everybody's energy. A lot of people can be sitting there talking to me right to my face, and I'm not really listening to your words. I'm actually paying more attention to your energy than anything. That tells me more of the truth than anything. Now, certain words are going to catch my attention, of course, and that's how I keep up with it. But I don't just consume what the ego's spitting out and showing me. I'm reading underneath that mask. So when I'm in a group setting, I can flow with the ebb and flow of emotions. Okay. And through that process, I'm also able I was pretty good at poker. I imagine this is where it kind of came from. I can calculate the possibilities of what, is going to happen, the outcome, the most probable outcome. So if I'm observing two different people, and I'm aware of each individual's energy, how they're feeling, and I'm also, I have some telltale clues, tarot cards, as to what that person, what their typical personality or behavior type is. I'm also keeping in mind their the path, the alignment of the planets. I like to ask most everybody, what's your main four? Sun, moon, rising, and Venus. And if I have that as well, that even creates gives me more eyes to be able to put this whole scenario and picture together. And by doing that with both people, I can pretty much guess what mostly is going to happen with that altercation. And then I even go even further than that. If that happens, or if this happens, how would this affect others on a more collective stance? And that's I just do that really fast because that's how I've been that way my whole life. I didn't know anything about being an empath. I didn't know about the labels. To be honest with you, most of my life, I thought this was something that everybody did. Now, as it turns out, oh, no. But yeah, as far as the tarot, though, that's where a lot of people overlook the actual divination of art itself. Take into account, for example, sigils. Okay, if doing a sigil and using it in a ritual or something, a simple little sigil has that much power in it, and words have that much power. To me, it only makes sense. The logical conclusion would be, well, a painting would be way more powerful. Now you put that painting, say, down on a tarot card, and that's where the real story is what feelings does it evoke? What's the expression on the person's face if there's an individual? Like, you can look at this deck, the Divine Masculine. These are oil paintings, and it's a standard 78 card, tarot. That's the Wheel of Fortune right there, actually. Not sure, it's kind of blurry on YouTube, but you can see it here really well. And as everyone knows, the Wheel of Fortune, that speaks of destiny, divine, God, your angels and all that. And look, sure enough, there's the clouds, the skies, people, floating around. There's the wheel, You see, that's how I step into that. Now, when it comes to oracle cards, that's where they take that part of it and expand on it. That's where it's more about the artist's interpretation, the way they want the cards to be read, like, what their intention is, with that deck. That's why I'm very picky about which decks I use, because I'm taking into account, well, what's this deck typically, what's it really trying to point out, look at, or unmask or uncover. There's certain decks like the Goetta Tarot. That's like the darker shadow realms, the lower aspects. Like, if you're into the Kabbalah, the reverse tree of life. And then there's the opposite to that. Can't think of the name right now, but yeah, that's my take on it all.
Tarot cards also and oracle cards. I feel oracle to give a great understanding of a wider range of energies of tarot.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's where you're definitely stepping more into the realm of a spiritual path and connecting on that level, your higher self. and the I am states, whereas a standard tarot that could even be used for mundane things or more day-to-day, what most people these days, the woke crowd calls the 3D.
See, I think for me, and it's interesting that when I started studying here on Oracle, I recognized that a lot of the readers it was just the same stuff over and over again, and for me, it always came back to the same thing because it's always about inward, going like with self, So for me, I didn't feel aligned with like reading. Like I feel more aligned with reading cards for healing purposes as like a psychological tool.
Yeah. And I've noticed that's where a lot of your awareness is focused at, inner child wound healings and stuff like that. Yeah. Me, I'm kind of, as a Libra, I try to point that person in the right direction, which is what I do. And I actually have plans for with my channel is, okay, I do a reading for a person. Well, looks like your guidance is you should probably, tap into, yoga, meditation classes, or, something along art, painting. Well, guess what? I know a guy, I know a girl, and I'll point them in the right direction. Oh, you need some inner child wound healing? Well, check out heart activation. You want to practice, get into yoga, or you need Reiki healing. Well, I actually know somebody, shout out Caleb, who is a licensed Reiki practitioner and yoga instructor, So I'm kind of like the middle guy.
Yeah. He's a networker.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. And you're able to be, I think really good at seeing both sides of the situation as well. Pointing out both directions.
Yeah. I'm always taking into account that there's always more sides to a story than it's not just one sided,
More than one truth.
Yep. That's right. Always.
I'm curious. Like what you got. If you don't have anybody there, like I'm not.
Okay. You want me to do a pull for you?
Just keep going.
Okay. All right. I've actually grown really fond of this deck, the Heaven and Earth Tarot. The amount of symbology and everything, like one card on this can tell you a whole lot. Okay. And with that said, it makes it easier for me to focus on other aspects, other things like, okay, now what's the best advice I can give this person? What's my intuition telling me right now? What's the best course of action? Like I'm already taken into aware, okay, for example, two arcane. Wow, that's crazy. I'm not gonna that's wild. I went to find pull a card from the minor arcana to give you an example here, but the only minor arcana that showed up, look at this.
I can't see. Oh, so we have the 10 of Cups. What? Again,
the Lovers.
Sun, and what else?
The Lovers.
Oh.
That's a cool sign. All right. But anyways, yeah, let me see if I can find. Yeah. All right. With just this card alone, you can look right there. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're on this camera. All right.
Okay. Is that the 8 of Pentacles?
Yes. And it even shows you planetary influences and zodiac and all that. And then you can focus on knowing a quick look at that. Okay, got it. Taken into account. Now I can focus on the imagery in there. I already know the meaning behind the general meaning of this card. Okay, but now now that I got it, made everything else easy for me to take into account. I could focus on the imagery. Yeah, so this guy's got really long hair, a beard, which means he's not concerned about looking dapper Dan. Okay, this is a hardworking man. All right, he's his mind is on getting shit done. All right, and he's focused. He's on shaping out these pinnacles. You know, it just gives you the overall energy. So it's actually more of it's a very masculine energy. Direct, get it done, you know, straight to the point. It's boom, right there. I just got a whole, okay, I already know. Okay, I see what's going on. All right. And if I pull that card for a feminine, that's, you know, depending on their question and correlating what other cards were pulled with it, you know, then I get an idea. So let's see what we get for you. I'll do a 4-card pull for you. Past, present, future guidance. Okay. In your past, there was an inevitable ending. Something was coming to an end despite resistance. Okay, there was some resistance. This is in your past. The death card came up and reversed. Okay. Now, if it was upright, I would say, yeah, there was no resistance. It was done. It was over with. But keeping into account the next in your, you know, present, there was a tower moment of some kind, something. This to me, considering being aware of where you're at and along your journey, there was sort of an epiphany, like a collapse of something, something to do with the ego, I'm sure. Maybe what's weird is there's also the 5 of Swords showed up. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so there was some shadiness going on. Okay. I don't want to just put your business out there on a live stream too much, so I'm trying to be careful. But the guidance is tap into. I have this good. I'm pretty sure Wonder if you got any Leo in you. But the Knight of Wands was the guidance.
Guiding a Leo in?
No. I was wondering if you might have a Leo placement in your chart, like some fire in you. Okay. Tap into that. Use focus on your guidance. This is the guidance card. I would take a look at that placement, and also what houses it falls under, and draw on that energy, that aspect of yourself. Draw on that and keep moving forward. Charge forward. Don't let anything hold you back. You're on a path right now, and it's apparent that whatever you're doing is going to be successful. The current energy that you're in, it's serving you really well. So you're already wise enough. You've got all the experience you need. All right. Focus on moving forward a little bit faster. You know, let loose a little bit, and yeah, I think now's a good time for you to go ahead and start getting yourself back out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I have to wait. Yeah, I'm not taking.
Well, dating, whatever. I'm in the context of like, doing the work. You're what we're doing right now, you know.
I definitely have been, it's been like getting my website to a really great working point, which has all been needed. And that's been so hot, like nonstop for like a month at least now. And that's been good because I've been getting clients just from word of mouth right now. That's been amazing. And I just feel really like shit. Exciting.
Yep. You're keep going. Just always remember to take time for yourself. Of course, protect your energy. Your boundaries are. I actually like the fact that you have such strong boundaries because it works. It works, and I see you evolving because now you're not letting anything else deter you, distract you, or project anything onto you. You know what I mean?
That's so nice. Thank you. That means a lot to me.
You're welcome.
That's the first time anybody's boundaries.
You know what? I honestly, see, that's the thing. There's a lot of misconceptions. Boundaries are important. All right. Like there are some things, man. I'm sorry. I mean, would you ever ask a person, is it okay for you to have a boundary and say no to being raped? You wouldn't question that, would you? If it's not good for you, it's okay for you to say no. And that applies on every level. Like if it's not good for you, stop, and forget whatever everybody else is telling you. And it's not about, oh, don't let fear hold you back, blah, 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 blah. No, sometimes it's not just fear, in which actually fear is, as we all know, a survival mechanism, just like the ego is a survival mechanism. That's all it is. Okay, it's how we can cope with the reality that we can see, taste, touch, and hear. But it can be, a hindrance, especially if you're wanting to greater awareness and be more aware of just everything. All right. You also have to deconstruct the ego because the ego is highly shaped by your environment, family, the community you're in, what you were taught growing up, all that stuff. Plus, then you take into account your own actual natural aspects about yourself, the essence of your makeup, you know, all those things play a factor. So to me, not everybody moves at the same pace, not everybody evolves at the same pace. Like for me, I work better with tutors. All right. I hated public school, but when I worked one-on-one with a person, I excelled at everything I ever applied myself to. But as you know, and most people are starting to be aware of now, public schools, the way where they got it set up, it just doesn't work. It's inefficient, you know? So the rule of thumb, to me, that's what needs to be done away with. Rule of thumb, that kind of, oh, okay, so it worked for this person, and this person, so we're going to apply this to everybody. No, that's very base level. That's so, limited cerebral thinking to me. Like it's not, yeah.
So, yeah, well, getting back to boundaries, I also feel that it's like self-love, because most people don't know how to have that unconditional self-love, that it has,
Yeah.
their place, and it helps me be able to keep in place things that are important to me, my values, and my without people like imposing their viewpoints and
Yeah.
their agenda on me. So
that's where I need work myself, and I'm aware of it. I'm fully aware. I'm working on that area. It is, honestly, yeah.
What that is, like, what does that even look like? There's no role model for that. Role models for that. I'm sure it's like.
Oh, man. Yeah. I'm not even gonna get into that. My role models. Yeah. But you know what though? Actually though, I will get. I've had a couple role models in my, that I look to. Something that a person that was a huge impact and major influence at, I mean, literally my entire life was Leonardo da Vinci. I never knew the man. I never met him. He came from a different era and everything, but his ideology and everything. I mean, I know I did a lot of research on Leonardo da Vinci. I even did a presentation, and I attended a college for 2 weeks, and I even did a presentation about him. They were teaching us how to do. I forgot what that part of the course was, but anyways, yeah, like to me, and also what's crazy is it turns out he's a Sagittarius rising like myself. But yeah.
You're a Sag rising.
Yep.
And a Scorpio.
Yep. Venus and Virgo, Libra Sun.
What house is your Venus in?
Oh, that's a good question. I can tell you real quick, actually, because I was just looking at my chart the other day while I was. Shout out to Elaine Hart Astrology. I was looking at my chart while I was attending a Q&A with her and her husband, Andre. Let's see, Venus. Venus is in the second house. Yep. Or no. Sorry. No, I looked at that wrong. It's in the ninth house.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, and Virgo in the ninth house. So you're like, yeah, that makes sense why you would super be into art and like spirituality and art, the creativity that art brings and wisdom. That's really cool.
Yeah. Actually, I had a conversation about my 12th house. I brought it up because my moon, Jupiter, and Uranus all fall under the 12th house. And that's where, that's where the very ethereal, that deals with spirituality, mysterious things that most people aren't willing to, because it's undefinable, so to speak.
Yeah. Very cool. But Rachel has Venus in here. So that's is that like a love for her? We wrote with Sag rising and Sag with Lisa
Really?
rising. Oh, that's like a whole puzzle.
Wow. That's wild.
That is cool.
Wow. And hello, Rachel. I haven't seen her in, I can't remember the last time I seen her.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm your Flint. You have Moon and Aries. Oh my God, you guys. That would be super intense together. Have you guys been on like together, right?
Me and Rachel, yeah, a few times in the early days, back in there, the Ascension Diary days, yeah.
I just have, let's see, Virgo Sun, Sag, and Capricorn Rising. But I have like 4 placements in Sagittarius and 2 in Leo. So. Yeah.
Oh my God! No wonder the Knight of Wands showed up. That's a whole lot of fire.
Rachel's like she's still lurking in the shoe.
Clearing out. Yeah.
Let's see, my Venus and my Mars are conjunct in Leo in the 8th house. So that's like really strong. The Mars and Leo, I think, is what it's playing into the big.
What's the 8th house deal with?
Rebirth, death,
Oh.
other people's finances, the occult, mysticism.
Okay.
Oh, Rachel said it's her 5-year anniversary of her dad passing. Oh, I'm happy that you're here with us. I don't necessarily want to say sorry, but you are in my heart. That is hard. That is really hard.
Yep. I understand. I do. It was only, well, actually, you guys all met me. You, Rachel, everybody met me about 4 months after my mom died. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why I was in such a state when you guys first met me. That's why I was going through a major dark night of the soul. Like that was very intense and spanned over the course of a few years. And it was getting to the point where I needed help. So I reached out, you know, like, as I said, and I was not exaggerating. I had gone 30 days without REM sleep. Yeah. You know, I just had before my mom's death, I went through a soul crushing breakup that ended in a really messed up way. And then 3 months after that, I find out my mom's on her deathbed. And yeah, I spiraled out, you know.
Oh, I mean, this is like your nervous system gets overflow.
Yeah, I mean, well,
you can't handle it, you know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I have to have my isolation time. I have to be able to get away from everyone else's energy and emotions and all that stuff to basically, like Rachel said, clear out, like, you know, and I wasn't getting any of that. And also I've been an insomniac my whole life. My brain never stops. Okay. I actually reached out to, I forgot her actual name, but she's on Instagram. Gnostic Alchemy is her page. And I reached out to her and I had a conversation and she started reading me and she's like, Mike, is your forehead hot? And I was like, yeah. She's like, yeah, it's really warm. She goes, there's a lot of brain activity going. Like and that's what she's like, you need to calm your mind. Like, that's why whenever I started doing those breathing exercises and going to that 0 point, it was so beneficial for me because it would would slow my brain down to where I could like calm down and slow down, actually like slow down to everyone else's pace, because I was moving way too fast up here in the head. And then you add in all the emotion, that energy. Being a Scorpio moon is no joke. It's intense. And so that's why it's like really important for me to get away from people sometimes. That I used to just tell people I'm agoraphobic, you know, since society loves their labels. But yeah.
Yeah, I think yeah, I mean when you start to come around, yes, I mean it's just intense individual, you know. So yeah, it's just really I'm glad that you're able to find some peace at least, you know, like I
Yeah.
feel well we won't get into that situation. But it
Yeah.
brought you
Yeah.
to other.
I'm actually going. It's funny now because I literally am going through a transformation. I was walking to the gas station earlier today, and on my way back home after I had a doctor's appointment, then I went to the gas station, and on my way back home, I could feel it. I was like literally like internally cutting cords, like pushing all that energy, all the projections, all the stuff that I picked up from you know what, and just, you know, you know what I mean. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, sure. I've heard about it. Okay. I've been wanting to. Okay. I'm gonna go check it out. Have a look at it because I was just having to talk with Jessica. I'm window shopping. It's about time for a new deck. Yep. Go ahead and show it to the laptop camera. That way they can see it on YouTube. Very good. Very good.
What I love about the okay, we're gonna get a chance card. So this is the upside down, right? So this is like no more are you at this crossroads of this in between, you know, like this is the of your own chance.
Yep. Yep.
Just say so in this shiny light, the sword, which is also, you know,
What I find, what I like about that particular card, that interpretation of it is the color they used. Normally, that's an air, you know, represents Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, but you don't think of that color when you think of air. But
right.
It's got a lot of that sun energy to it.
Yeah, it does. You're so spot on with that. So it's like the fire, that fire that's in there, it's actually what's cutting away.
Mm-hmm.
So for present, you have the Knight of Wands, which is rock stars. So this has the rock star energy to it. It's like you go up on stage, it's just like shredding. But what I love about this though is that it's the bottom of the drum there, which represents to me, actually, like, yeah, movement forward, the Knight of Wands.
Yeah, yeah. That's fast moving energy too. Yeah, like yeah, it kind of came out in the group chat last night. You can check and see for yourself. I was in a mood. I was like, look, if you're not with the program, I'm cutting dead weight. I'm moving.
Okay, so sure.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, the Ace of Cups. Now it's upside down. However, what I do, it's like typically upside down reversals. With this one, it's like a full waterfall. So it's like if it were to me, you're going to take it as a water. Oh, it's like a shield. It's almost like you put yourself in a snow globe. Like this is protecting you from your emotions and stuff. So it's like it's almost like okay, so if you're in this energy of like this.
Yep. Yep. And I don't have time for emotions. I had a discussion with Daniel and I was like, Alan's dead right now. Alan ain't in the house. I ain't got time to feel.
Yeah, like it's just back to how you're in this. You're protecting yourself from those emotions from the outside. Some guidance there. Let's see. Oh, the Knight of Pentacles, which is also the Lord of Shot.
Wow. That college I was just telling you about, it was a culinary arts school. And I was just doing some cooking today. Yeah, yeah. Yep. I was a cook when you guys first met me, yeah.
So the Knight of Pentacles, is Knight of Pentacles is the smallest point. So I think it's like the slow and steady, like you're cooking in the work and like you're really, you're taking your time, you're delivering with everything, and you are really making it an art form.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, that's amazing.
I like how both of our reads kind of came across as like, okay, we're on the right path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. Oh, and the other thing that was coming through with the Ace of Cups is to not let your emotions run away.
Yeah.
To feel.
Well, I'm emptying that cup as well. Like I said, I'm cutting all that out. Like all that I picked up, I'm releasing it. I'm gonna empty my cup so I can refill it with fresh water, clean water, distilled, purified. Yeah.
So that's interesting. Okay. I'm gonna read that one. I love those emoji because online here.
The sacred clown.
Yeah. challenges, frivolity, aloofness, insensitivity, boredom, to cultivate playfulness, taking risks, and laughter. The comedian laughs at the paradoxes of the prose, uses humor to bring liberty and illuminate democracy. His infectious joy and lightheartedness to bring comfort to those around him. The good joke takes impeccable timing, tact, and observation. That is why the comedian has to be heart open to life. He has to take in all the pain and find the hidden ridiculousness.
Yep. Yep.
If not careful, the comedian will fall into the trap of using humor as a shield. His jokes diffuse intimacy. You must realize that not all tension is terrible. Humor can bring delight to life, but you shouldn't rely on using jokes to avoid underlying pain. Whenever you enjoy the journey for the journey's sake, you are connecting to the comedian. The comedian can remind you to make space for play. Relationships are more likely to last if you can find humor even when working through hardship. Oh, that was, yeah, I enjoyed that for you, especially, with the emotional part that's being up here, or the fire, that fire that's being lit. I think it is important. Like how we are here. Like, this is a good time. We didn't get anybody with me, but I still really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So,
I had a good time.
good. Awesome. So, cool. We should do this again.
Yeah.
Now we'll know what to expect.
Yeah. Definitely.
Right.
Definitely. I look forward to it.
So yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Alan.
Thank you. And for everybody that tuned in, thank you for watching. If you liked and it resonated, please like, subscribe, share. And you can always donate to the links in the description. Namaste and in Lakesh. Thank you.